day and welcome to my video, and today we'll be starting off on matrices. Now matrices is a very long topic, but the first two things I'm going to try to cover is addition and subtraction of matrices and multiplication of matrices. From my experience, once a student knows how to add and subtract matrices and multiply matrices, it's really easy to teach matrices from that point on. So let's get started with the first item, addition and subtraction of matrices. So on the board here, we have two separate questions. I'm going to handle the addition of matrices first. But before I get into that, I want to describe something called the size of a matrix. Now, over here on the board, I want you to think of a matrix as being horizontal and vertical. Anything horizontal is called a row. Like a row of people will be lined up horizontal. And anything vertical will be called a column. Now, like in your house, a column keeps up the house, and a column is vertical. It goes up and down. So what do I mean by the size of a matrix? Well, you notice this matrix here. You notice there's a row on top and there's a row underneath. So how many rows do I have in all? I have 2 rows. And you will see the -1 and 3 going down, and the 0 and -4 also going down. How much columns do I have? 1, 2. The size of this matrix is called a 2 by 2 matrix. Now you have to be very careful. You must always put the rows first and then the columns. So rows first and then columns. So the size of this matrix is a 2 by 2 matrix. Over here we have another what? 2 by 2 matrix. 2 rows and 2 columns. Now, when it comes to adding and subtracting matrices, the 2 matrices have to be the same exact size for there to be an answer. So today we are adding a 2 by 2 matrix to a next 2 by 2 matrix. Notice both matrices have the same exact size. Anytime you add a 2 by 2 matrix by another 2 by 2 matrix, your answer will also be a 2 by 2 matrix. Now, a 2 by 2 matrix has how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means my answer will have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to show you how to add these 2 matrices. Believe me, it's going to be one of the simplest things you ever do in maths. All you have to do is look at the 2 matrices and add the 2 items in the same position. And do you see that the -1 and the -3 is in the same position? So you're going to add -1 and -3. So I'll just underline it here and underline it here. So we're going to add these 2. When we add these 2, the answer will be in the same position as these 2 numbers. So we have -1. We plan to add, and what number do we have here? -3. So we plan to add and then -3. Now we know a positive and a negative is a negative when they touch. So a positive when it touches a negative will be a negative. -1 -3 is -4. So my first answer is -4. To get this answer, we add these 2, because these 2 are in the same position as this one. So we are going to add, I'll put a different symbol underneath. I'll probably put, I don't know, a more zigzaggy line. We're going to add these 2 guys. So we're going to add 0 plus 8. So to get this answer, it will be 0 plus 8. Now you all know 0 plus 8 is still 8. I think you're probably getting the hang of this now. To get this answer, this guy here, we have to add these 2 guys. So I'm gonna get another symbol here. I could probably put I don't know, a squiggle, kind of circular squiggly thing there. We're gonna add these two. So we're gonna add 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 will give me this answer. 3 plus 4 is 7. Now for the final answer, that's this guy. So we need to add the minus 4 and the minus 2. So minus 4 plus minus 2. So we have minus 4 plus minus 2. Now we all know a positive when it touches a negative, just like in the first one, a positive and a negative will ultimately give us a negative. So minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. Now, if you're not familiar with adding positive and negative numbers, I strongly suggest that you watch videos 1 and videos 2 and then come back to this video. So, let's try a harder example. By the way, that's our final answer. You see how simple it was? Let's try a slightly harder example. We're going to do another addition. We have two matrices and we're going to add them. You notice this matrix looks a little bit different from this one. It has more numbers. This one had 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, but this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Now, if we have to add two matrices, the two matrices must be the same exact size. They cannot be similar, they have to be exactly the same regarding the size. So what's the size of this matrix? Remember, we need to call who first? The rows. How much rows does it have? 1, 2, 3. So this is a 3, that's the rows. And how much columns does it have? 1, 2. So this is a 3 by 2 matrix. Let's make sure that this matrix is the same matrix, same size, sorry. How much rows? 1, 2, 3. So the amount of rows is 3. And how much columns? 1, 2. It seems that both matrices are the same exact size. So we're allowed to go ahead with the question. It's possible to work out this question. So if we add a 3 by 2 by a next 3 by 2 matrix, we will also get a 3 by 2 matrix, which means it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers to get. And we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to add the items in the same positions. Once they're in the same position, we add them. So to get this answer, we have to add these two. Now by now, we should be good with addition and subtraction of negative numbers. Minus 1 plus minus 1. Well, when a plus and a minus touch, they will give you a minus. So you end up with minus 1, which is minus 2. This one here will give me this answer. 3 plus 0 is 3. These two here, 2 plus 3. These two are in the same position, so 3 plus 2 is 5. We need to figure out 1, 2, and 3, which means we're going to add these two, and these two to give us the 3 answers. Minus 1 plus 6 is 5. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 3 plus minus 1. When a positive and a negative touch, you will get a negative. So 3, well, like I said, a positive and a negative will give you a negative. So you end up with 3 minus 1, which is 2. And that's your final answer for the addition of matrices. Now, I'm going to do 2 subtraction questions for you. But I'm going to do one. Yeah, the addition and subtraction is almost the same, but it's, there's one little catch in it. So, let's do back these 2 questions. Well, I'll do back this one and then I'll do a harder one here. Let's see. Right, so, now, this will be question 3. Instead of adding the 2 of them, let's subtract the 2 of them. Now, to subtract 2 matrices, the 2 size must be the exact size, same size. You notice he's a 2 by 2 and he's a 2 by 2. if you are adding and subtracting two matrices and they do not have the same size, it's impossible to work out the question. So let's try this subtraction one. It's the same procedure. We are going to subtract everyone in the same position and we will get back 4 answers. But be careful with this minus sign and a minus, because we know that when two negatives touch, you get a positive. So we have -1 minus -3. Let me write that down for you. We have -1. This time we are subtracting. But what's waiting over here? A -3. Notice two negatives are touching. When two negatives touch, you will get a positive. Great. -1 plus 3 will give me 2. Now, not all the times two negatives will touch. You just have to be on the lookout for it. For example, this one. This one is 0 minus 8. To get this answer, 0 minus 8. Two negatives did not come together. 0 minus 8 is just -8. Let's try this one here. That means we have to subtract these two. 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4. Two negatives did not come together. It won't always happen. And 3 minus 4 is -1. Let's get the last answer. That's these two guys here in the same position. -1 minus, and what's waiting here? A next negative number. So we have -4 minus, that's this minus here. But what's waiting here? -2. So two negatives will touch to ultimately give you a positive. -4 plus 2 is -2. So you see, the subtraction is, you just have to be on the lookout for the two negative signs coming together. Let's try a slightly, harder example regarding addition and subtraction. Let's make it a little bit harder. This will be question 4 if I'm not mistaken. I will do a 2 by 2 by next 2 by 2 because it's very, very popular in the exam, especially in the CXC exams. Suppose I have -1, 2, 8, 4 minus 4, 3, -1, 5. However, well, we realize it's a 2 by 2 matrix, but our next 2 by 2, so both of them have the same size. So if we were to add it, we will get another 2 by 2 matrix with 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. However, I'm going to spice this question up a little bit. And instead of just having one matrix here, I'm going to put a -3 on the outside. And to make this one a little bit harder, let me put, what number can I put here? Let me put 2. So this question is a little bit different from the other two. Other than being an addition or subtraction question, there are two numbers outside. It isn't that much more difficult. Between here and here, there's a multiply. Between here and here, there's a secret multiply. So here's what I suggest. I would suggest that we multiply everyone in the brackets by -3 first. And multiply everyone inside here by the 2. Forget the minus sign. Just multiply everyone inside here by the 2, and we will keep the minus sign in the middle. So let's do that. Let's multiply everyone in the middle. Oh, this should be question 4, by the way. Alright. Let's multiply everyone inside here by -3. Remember, when you multiply two negatives, you get a positive. So once again, if you're not familiar with the signs, go back to videos like 1, 2, and 3, and go back to your addition and subtraction and multiplication and division regarding positive and negative signs. So let's multiply everyone inside here by -3. -3 by -1 is +3. -3 by 2 is -6. -3 by 8 is -24. And -3 by 4 is -12. I'm going to leave this negative sign here. And I'm going to multiply everyone inside here by normal +2. Just normal 2. Don't pay attention to the negative sign. So multiply everyone inside here by normal 2. And we bring down this minus sign here. 2 by 4 is 8, 2 by 3 is 6, 2 by minus 1 is minus 2, and 2 by 5 is 10. Now, it's still a 2 by 2 matrix, a 2 by 2 matrix, so both of them still have the same size. So, let's minus them, get our 4 answers, and we'll be completely finished. 3 minus 8. Remember, these two are in the same positions. 3 minus 8 is minus 5. Let's find this one here. Minus 24 minus 2. So let me show you how that looks. Well, I have some space here. Minus 24. We plan to minus, but we have a next minus 2 waiting. Remember, two negatives sometimes touch to give you a positive. Minus 24 plus 2 is minus 22. Let's get this guy here. That's this and this. Minus 6 minus 6. Minus 6 minus 6. Well, if you minus 6 and then you minus the next 6, we'll get minus 12. Let's do the last one. Minus 12 minus 10. Minus 12 minus 10. Minus 12 minus 10 should be minus 22. And that's it. That's how you add and subtract matrices. However, I just want to do one more question to show you. It's a trick question actually. Right? So this will be question 5 if I'm not mistaken. Right? It's a trick question. Right? Question 5. Let's say in an exam, you see a question like this. Minus 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, minus 2, 4. And they ask you to subtract these two matrices. This is a trick question. What's the size of this matrix? It has how much rows? 1, 2, 3. So the amount of rows is 3. How much columns? 1, 2. So this is a 3 by 2 matrix. This is the size of the matrix. This matrix here is what? How much rows does it have? Well, it has 2 short rows. 1, 2. It has 2 short rows. And how much columns? 1. Right? I know these don't look too much like rows, but it's a row, but a very short row. So this is a 2 by 1 matrix. You notice these two matrices are not the same exact size. This is a 3 by 2 and this is a 2 by 1. You cannot work out a question like this. It's an impossible question. And if this question were to come in the exam, you have to let the examiner know, hey, this is an impossible question to work out because their sizes are different. You may have to actually write out a sentence stating that these two sizes are different, hence it cannot be added or subtracted. Well, in this case, it cannot be subtracted. And only after you write the reason, then you will get full marks in the exam. And of course, it doesn't matter if I change this to an addition sign. To add or subtract, the sizes must be the same. Alright? So, I really hope this video was helpful. And of course, if you're looking for more videos and more information on extra lessons in Trinidad and Tobago, please feel free to check the website below. Thank you. Have a good day.